So the medicine pack necklace is for protection. Yes, Pinky Lee. They have different ones though, different medicines that I put in there. So it's for protection. We have different type. Some to if people try to do spiritual work on you, it'll send it right back to them. These are African spirits, okay? So it'll send it right back to them. So we have those kind. We have one for protection. We have one for the body, one for health. We got all type of spiritual medicine necklaces. In Africa, they have different names. That one is called a bakulu pouch. Whatever medicine you need. So we do a divination and we look in there and you need, say, because somebody's trying to do spiritual work on you, we'll put the spirit in it. We put spirit in shells too. And the carry shells, we put spirits in them. So if they're trying to do work on you, it's going to send it back and it's going to hit them 10 times worse. Okay? These African spirits are no joke. People don't want to play with them. Because if a person is doing unrighteous work and trying to do rituals on you, what this spirit will do, and this is one of the most powerful spirits we have. This spirit will take it back. So just say if somebody's trying to do a ritual to kill you or harm you, this spirit will take it back and it will do that to the person and they will die. It's not a joke. It's not a game. And this is why we tell people and we recommend that you do righteous works with your gifts. Don't do if you're dealing with rituals or you're dealing with spells or whatever you want to call it, whether it's voodoo, hoodoo, palo, whether it's santeria, whatever you're doing. If you don't do righteous with it, you better be careful because this is another thing. Anybody who's doing unrighteous works is going to see their demise. The spirits are going to come back, and the spirits are going to do whatever you're doing and put it back on you.
And you know that's so true. I was reading a story about a Babalao, right? But he was in the he was of the Cuban pantheon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know this. You got to do what's righteous because when you get initiated, you're a representation of whatever spirit that's initiated with you. So say if you're say this guy that I was reading about, he was a Babalao, he was a priest of Obatala, right? And he was doing shit he had no business doing. He was doing ritual work for drug dealers, keeping them out of jail, guys that were doing things like killing people, all kind of shit, right? And he was warned to stop it, but he wouldn't stop it. And because Obatala gives you chance after chance after chance to kind of get it right, he still didn't stop it. And long story short, the way he died, you could tell that you could tell it was the spirit that did it to him because before he died, his head swelled up real big, and he dropped a lot of weight, and because he was doing a lot of unrighteous stuff, doing spiritual work for people that he wasn't supposed to because he was reading it and then still doing the ritual anyway. And when he died, his body transformed back to look like he was alive, but he was dead. Looked normal, his head shrunk and everything. And then when so it was like it was that spirit was showing you, the spirit of Obatala, because Obatala was over his head, was just showing people and the Santeros that were watching him and the Babalaos that were watching him, this is what's gonna happen to you if you don't do what's righteous. And
Right?
that's a very righteous deity. That's a very righteous Orisha. You can't be just doing any type of shit if if you if you're a Batala priest or any of them for that matter, because you represent them. You can't be out here killing people and doing all kind of shit that you have no business doing because you're making that spirit or that Orisha look bad.
That's right. That's right. You better be very careful.
Six
MC
point dweller.
Hernandez. My sister, my sister, my sister. She been my sister for a long